Today we're going to make an amazing Christmas treat. Old school recipe. It's known as suet pudding, Christmas pudding. Super tasty. It's like a spiced gingerbread type thing, steamed stovetop, so no oven required. Pretty simple recipe. Let's get it going. First, grab yourself a decent sized bowl. Gonna start off with 3 cups of flour and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 and a half teaspoons of salt, half teaspoon of ginger, half teaspoon of cloves, half teaspoon of nutmeg, and a full teaspoon of cinnamon. Now that you have all your dries in there, give it a quick whisk just to incorporate everything together. Everything's nice and evenly mixed. Now we'll want to add our liquids. Start with 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of molasses, next step, it's going to be a cup of suet. Some sort of refined beef fat is usually what you would use. They didn't have any at the store, so I'm using shortening instead, which is a perfectly fine substitute. If you'd rather just grab some shortening, you already have some at the house, just use that, totally fine. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And last but not least, 1 cup of raisins. You can also add nuts. A lot of people do. I'm not a huge nut guy, so I'm just sticking with raisins. Next step is mix this all up. Oh, this smells so good. All right, after you've got this all incorporated and mixed up, it's nice and smooth. You're gonna set this aside for a minute. You're gonna grab yourself a couple of wide mouth mason jars. You're gonna wanna grease these, take them, room temp butter, and just give them a good dose of butter in all the crevices, all the way down to the bottom. Once that's done, you're gonna come over to the stove. You're gonna get a pot ready, nice and deep, put it on the stove, put 4 of your rings on bottom, fill it up till about the top of the rings with water. Then you'll turn it on, medium or so, till you get a good simmer going. All right, now you're gonna take your mixture, fill these up about halfway. They will rise and puff up, so you only want to go about half. Once these are ready, you're going to want to get your pot all ready and set up at the stove, and these will be good to go. All right, now that it's simmering, put it down to low, medium, medium-low. Put it down to medium-low, somewhere in between there. You're going to set your jars on top of the lids. Just like that. You are then going to cover it. This is going to steam for 3 hours. Check it now and again. Make sure there's enough water in the bottom. Pour a little bit more in there down the side if you need to. Other than that, it's pretty much a waiting game. But in the meantime, let's make some hard sauce. First off, for your hard sauce, I'm going to do 1/3 cup of butter. I'm going to melt that in the microwave real quick. Gonna take your melted butter, gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of powdered sugar. Mix that up nice and gently so the powdered sugar doesn't fly everywhere on you. You're just gonna put that in the fridge to harden. Don't forget to make sure there's water in your pot. Now you just gotta wait and let those steam for the next 3 hours. All right, after these have steamed for 3 hours, should look something like this. Now you're just going to let them cool, then I'll be back. All right, now that these are nice and cooled down, gonna try to pop one of these out. Usually I'll go with just a butter knife. Kind of just slide it down around, maybe push in just ever so slightly. Nice gentle shake. Oh yeah. You got yourself a nice little loaf there. Now we're gonna put some of that hard sauce on. If it's not at room temp, feel free to throw it in the microwave for a couple seconds. Make it a little bit more spreadable. And if you're not still serving it while it's quite warm, I would throw this in the microwave for maybe 10 seconds just to melt that over the top of it a little bit. All right, smells so good. I cannot wait to try this. Yeah. Molasses, all those spices. The bread itself isn't too sweet. The hard sauce on top. Oh, yeah. This is great. I know it seems like a lot. It's really just waiting for it. Putting it together took like 5 minutes just to whip all the ingredients together. And I know it takes a while to cook, but it's worth it. Steaming it, it's so fluffy and moist. Even if it's just once, give this a shot. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope you give this a shot. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Happy holidays.